Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the BFFL. We have a game between Baja and the Costellos tonight. Finn, what are your thoughts on this game so far? Well, not so far, but
Baja versus the Costellos, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, it's Gavin Ledoux.
How's it going?
Costello announcing here. We're about to start us off here. And, I mean, Baja put up a great effort week one. Costello's week one was pitiful. Definitely, they're the team with more to prove today. But and here we start us off. Throw over the middle to Jason Analik.
what a catch.
You don't see a lot of catches by number 23 there. He's tall. He's not very agile, but the guy has secure hands.
He
I'll tell you
does.
that. He has secure hands. And
Great find over the middle from Declan.
tune in. All right. I got that up on the story. Yeah, Gavin, I'm going to tell you what. I'm excited to see a good game. However, I do somewhat doubt the fact it might be a good game. I could see Baja kind of just taking this game early, but
You don't think it's going to be close, Finn? Is that what I'm hearing?
I hope it's close.
Okay.
Do I think it will be close? I mean, look, Costellos today, you got no Tom Flynn, you
Right.
got no Tyler Haight, but you do have the coach, power back.
The hog is missing. I just
Power
realized
back,
that.
Ollie T, play action, the run.
Declan
and it's
finding Steven, tries to stay in
and
bounds.
it's out by Steven. I mean, that right there, this is exactly what I mean. Declan Costello, you got to get that ball up. That could be another 10 yards there. And if he keeps making throws like that all game, Gavin, I mean, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I
It could
agree
be
with
an
you.
early wash by Baja. But, not good to be too pessimistic off the rip, so.
Always.
Interested to see what they draw up here.
I would like to mention that Jason Comazar just came. He just got here.
Jason Comazar, ladies and gentlemen, if you see him there, a little to the left, he's talking to the commissioner, Thumbhead Rinaldi. I mean, he just showed up.
Rich was trying to call him. He wasn't
7:36.
answering.
And if you saw too, it was lackadaisical his walk.
It was.
Lackadaisical.
It was.
And you can't have that in a league like this. He's been doing it for far too long.
Especially the starting quarterback for this team.
Not even that, starting
For the-
safety. One of the best safeties we've seen.
Declan with the pump fake rolling out right. Mo is saying a catch, and that would be a
Modica is
first
calling
down.
that a catch.
Nick, what a grab.
I mean, that's a
low throw.
That's
though.
a good find by Costello there, quarterback 9. I do like to see him get the ball out a little earlier there, but again, I'm being pessimistic here, and still a good find.
He's 3 for 3 today so
3 for
far.
3.
He's 3 for 3 on this drive. Not doing too bad.
Now, only downside of this, and this is something that I've been trying to get a little better at myself, you get the first down there, but Gavin, as you see, it's first and about 25.
Yeah, normally when you get the first down in this league, you want it to be at
By
least
that 50
Yeah,
at least.
you want it to be at least 5, 10, maybe even 15
Exactly,
yards past the
exactly.
first down marker.
Now, I'll say this, coming into today's matchup, Baja clearly beats this team in speed. I mean, this team, without Tyler Haight especially, and Tom Flynn, it's not a very explosive team. However, I will give Costello's edge to strength. Second catch here by Stephen McDowell. I'll tell you this. Their game plan coming into this was to get Stephen McDowell hot early. And so far, it's looking like they're sticking true to it.
They're doing a good job because if I remember correctly, he didn't get any looks
He
last
had
game.
one, and it came when the score was about 35-7.
I'm sorry, but how can that happen?
Especially in a game like today when you're out Tom Flynn, you're out the Hog. I mean, really, obviously, Kieran Caker has been playing very well, but obviously you have a guy like Nick LePere. You need McDowell to step up big here.
He does.
And he's running. Oh, he's getting flags. All right, I thought
New
he might have
flags,
been
new
injured,
flags.
something like that. I'm not sure.
He's looking okay. Jason now entering the game at safety
Second
for Baja.
down.
Nick
sending
in
LePere
motion.
in motion. It's a screen to LePere.
He gets
Eating
wrapped up quick.
I'm going to be honest there. This is something I wanted to see a little more out of Costello's. Their run game's great. Tyler Haight, obviously, but the screens.
The question is, though, what do they do without him? Like a play like that. Is that them compensating for a run with Tyler? Is
I
that
would
what that's
say
supposed to
yes,
be?
But I'll tell you what, from a quarterback perspective myself, not having a guy like Tyler Haight kills you, obviously. But Declan's a new quarterback. Not having a guy like Tyler Haight, honestly, might take a little pressure off him.
It might. Yeah, that's a good point.
He's probably in his head stressed, getting him the ball. He might feel similar feelings with LePere. But I'll tell you what, not having Tyler Haight, I mean, Declan's basically coming into this game saying, look, if we lose, we lose without Tyler Haight. We lose without Tom Flynn. I mean, obviously excuses. He's the king of excuses. But this might give him a little more freedom to truly ball out here.
Let's see what he does.
Ollie T on the O-line.
Third down, I believe.
Yep, third down.
Another
That's a
quick pass to Nick as he falls over. Only a gain of a few there.
I'm not sure what the play call was there, Gavin.
Yeah.
That's 2 screens in a row. And now look,
And now they're
you
going to have to
have
punt it
Joey
away, right?
Ferrone and Steven leaving the charge. I mean, if you're going to throw another screen, throw Dennis Dowd on that play.
Yeah.
Have him lead block with Ferrone.
Yeah.
That was, I don't know what that was.
That was they had 2 small guys out there blocking. I mean,
two screens in a row on about 20 yards they needed to get. I'm sorry, Gavin. I didn't see the need in that play call. However, it is early.
With a great punt.
And Jason
for the Costellos,
Anelek gets that pin to the 2-yard line. That is the tree for you, ladies and gentlemen. He's not flashy, but he is tall.
Okay, see, the first drive for the Costellos there, they made it to about the 50. Declan, I don't think
Threw an incompletion.
Threw an incompletion,
He
but
didn't.
then again, you went 6 for 6 passes and you gained, what, 40 yards?
Exactly. But then again, you got to look at it this way, Gavin. They're just trying to build their quarterback up a
Yeah,
little bit.
yeah, they
Again,
are.
First drive, I've always been a believer if your first drive is just a test drive.
Yeah.
Completely. If you don't, you got to punt, that's fine. But just see how the offense feels a little bit. If you
Yep.
could score, great. But just see how the offense feels. Go out there, try out some stuff. And I liked what they were doing there. They're starting out early with the screens.
Yes.
If they're going to win this game, they're going to have to beat them through power. They can't beat them through speed.
And it also looked like Declan and Ali T were making a lot of subs there, trying to get a lot of different looks,
I like
so
that
that
as
maybe
well.
later in the game, maybe they find one that sticks, and then they can use that. So
Gavin, I like the way you think. I completely agree.
let's see what Baja is up to here. JK, Jason Comazart, with no warm-up, folks. Reminder again, he just got here.
So-
Maybe played 2 snaps beforehand. but
And he walked in.
Yeah.
He was late, and he walked into
Yep.
this game. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest here. I saw Jason Comazar today mowing a lawn. He works for the city of Beacon. He was mowing a lawn. And I'll be honest, his mowing technique looked good, but he looked dazed mowing that lawn on that machine. I mean, truthfully, I think this guy's just having one of those sluggish days. It's a
Yeah.
little later. He's probably waiting on the weekend. You know, Comazar, he likes enjoying himself maybe a little bit too much
he
on the
definitely
weekends.
does.
So I'm guessing he's kind of hitting the late week rut, but we'll see if he shuts me up here. And here's the play, and it's a run with Aiden Virgo. First play, and he has a lane.
Finds
This
the
kid
middle.
is
Great
shifty, and
tackle
it's
by
Ollie
Ollie
T.
T.
That's a great tackle by 21, the captain of that defense. That is a great tackle by that coach.
a gain of about 1 or 2 yards on that play.
And I'll tell you what, 21 Aiden Virgo, coming to this league, he's a new guy.
He's quick, I will
When
say.
you meet Aiden off the field, one of the nicest, humble guys you'll meet. But on the field, he definitely has that competitive edge. He has that spirit. So he's dangerous on that field, man. I mean, he's very shifty. He's very fast. He's got that competitive spirit. But that was a heads-up
great
tackle there by the captain of the D, Ollie T. If they're going to win, they're going to need that man to have a huge defensive performance today. Couple sacks, maybe even a couple PBUs, and frankly, dare I say, an interception out of the old guy wouldn't be half bad.
Yeah. Costello's secondary, not looking half bad. Nick and Kieran here.
Kieran, look, he surprises us year after year.
He
at
always
safety.
does.
I mean, and it's a blitz. That's a good ball.
Finding up the middle.
You don't see that often. That's a heads-up play there from 5. J.K. Comazar. It's a heads-up play, getting out of the blitz. I don't mind that blitz call from Costellos. However, I'll say this. You're going to have to be careful with those blitzes.
Yeah.
Comazar gets on the run. There's not a lot of people who could stop him. And do know this. That was a missed tackle there by 23 Jason Anelek. That was maybe the first missed tackle I've ever seen. Dylan Lane in the building. Sorry, Dylan. Figured I'd give it to my receivers, you know.
Wow. Finn catching some heat from one of his players.
Catching some heat. Even when I'm not playing, ladies and
He's
gentlemen.
just sitting in the booth.
Even
and
when I'm
guess what?
not playing.
He's still catching heat.
If you would mind, I want to pan this camera. You can keep here. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Rinaldi. Now, the line is set today at 1.5 huddle visits by the coach, Richard. Now, Richard, many people criticize him saying he's not a real coach, this and that. Look, the guy has probably the highest win percentage of all time. I'm interested to see how many times he
JK
visits his huddle,
stepping up in the pocket, rolling out,
Dennis Dowd.
fire across his body. Nobody there.
Guys, this is a great defensive start from Costellos.
I mean, that just looked locked down all over the
three
field.
and out. That's a great. And I did insider information. I won't say who this was from, but insider information. I heard that Dennis Dowd was a better pass rusher than Tyler the Hog Haight, who holds the single season sack record.
Finn, I'm in shock.
I was too when I heard it, but looking at that play, I mean, he's going up against 99 Justin Warner. That's no average lineman there.
No.
That is sure, it's his sophomore year, but that's a star-studded lineman.
It is.
And he
made it look easy, kind of.
And now look,
It's just-
I still give the edge to Warner. Look at him there. I mean, the guy is
Yeah.
he's a master of his craft. But Dennis Dowd, he might be living up to what I've heard so far.
And going back to Rich, I mean, just look at him. His team's on the field saying hi to fans.
He could have a care in the world.
No.
Frankly, Richard is in the same boat as Comas are. He's
Yeah.
like, oh, tomorrow's Friday. I get to go out. He doesn't even know what's going on.
No.
He's probably thinking, oh, I'm at the field. He probably thinks he's at the field for his youth football team right now. He doesn't even know who's playing
Nope.
right now.
I wouldn't put it past him.
No, I wouldn't put it past him. Richard Rinaldi, man.
What a commish, honestly.
What a commish, man. All right, Costellos lining up here in the power formation. They have Ollie T in the backfield. Would not be surprised to see a run here early. It's play action.
Fake.
And
Nick,
LePere.
wide open. What a
play!
breakup by Forever.
What a breakup by number 4.
I mean, dare I say it, but if Nick caught that ball in stride,
He was gone.
Yeah.
You think Comasar's catching up to him? No.
I'm not
Comasar
too
looks
sure
like,
if he
frankly,
was.
Comasar looks like, frankly, he just ate a bag of donuts. And he's just feeling the after effects of it. Great. I didn't. That's a great look. Declan sure maybe get that ball a little higher.
Forever read the fake.
Heads up play.
Started
Number 4 there.
backpedaling. Saw Nick making the flare out wide across, and was able to match it.
Great play from the captain, that D right there. Forever Williams, 1 season as a coach with 1 ring going along that season. He's got a lot to show up to here.
Looking for Ollie T.
Yeah.
Stumbles.
Well, I'll tell you what. Better field conditions, I bet he has that clean. I don't mind the counter call. However, I will say not a lot of blockers in front of him here. I'm not sure how many yards he would have gotten. But Ollie T, I mean, that's one guy you don't want to see in a head full of space.
I wouldn't want to see that either, honestly. And folks, you may not be able to see it, but like Finn said, if there were better field conditions, this field, it's not that bad.
It's not terrible.
It's a little
but
muddy
it's
just because of all the rain that we've been
easy to
getting.
slip. It is easy to slip.
Believe it's 3rd down.
3rd down. It's 3rd and
5 to the first.
4.
But
Yeah. How many viewers we got?
5.
Not bad. What's the max we've gotten?
Like 15, 16 at a time.
Yeah.
Blitz from Baja. Declan rolling out.
Oh, that's a great grab from Daughtry there. That is a great grab from Daughtry. It's 4th down.
Can I just say, I didn't even see him grab that flag.
Neither did I. I thought
Declan was going to get that first down.
I'll give him this. Throwing the ball, who knows? I mean, it's Declan, you
Yeah.
know. But head full of space on a run, again, Declan's a dangerous guy to see in a head full of space.
And that's a great play because,
Head full of space, I don't even know if that makes sense.
I mean, now Costellos are punting it, right? It's 4th.
Me personally, I'd say punt this ball. Your defense
Yeah.
just absolutely shut this Baja offense up. I mean, it was, their first drive, but still, your defense looked great. 1 for 1 on the defense. I would say punt it here, but then again, it's 3 yards. They don't have a blitz.
They're
going for it, ladies and gentlemen. 4th down.
Here they are. Quick offense.
We
getting
don't
to the
see
line.
a lot of this.
Baja seems confused. Oh! Steven tried pulling
What
in
a
one
play there
hander.
from Kyle Strack. I'll tell you what, good pocket movement from number 9, their quarterback. However, could not convert. I don't mind the call going for it there, but now I would not be surprised.
Good coverage from Baja all around.
Seeing some points on the board from Baja.
Let's see it. They need to counter and pick up on this turnover.
I will say this. You go for that there. Obviously, not great field position defensively, but Baja cannot get a first down. This is 1st and goal here, ladies and gentlemen. 1st and goal. So it's, if they consistently stop them where they're at, this is probably right outside of Bologna's field goal range. It's not the worst tactic, but it is risky. Interested to see how Mike Varian does on the D-line here. He is recovering from an ACL tear.
You can see him there with the double knee straps.
He's got the double knee straps. However, I'll say this. Week 1, he looked good. He looked, I say, like it was his old Billy Joel self.
Yeah. He was breaking right through that line.
He did.
Pressuring the quarterback.
He did, man. And there is Mike Bologna lined up in the slot there. I love when this guy plays football, man. 54, 53, 52, whatever it is, and he's still going. Let's see what they
JK
got.
with time.
And there's
Finding
that
Mike.
man. There's that man. Bologna with the catch. And I'll tell you what, that catch alone, they get another 5 yards. They're probably in field goal range now from Bologna.
Yeah.
So, honestly, if you're Baja, don't turn the ball over. Nothing stupid. Don't take a sack. But you're basically guaranteed points here if you
just
don't
play
do nothing
smart.
stupid. Gotta
Yeah.
play smart, Gavin. All you gotta do in this league is just play smart. You know.
That's how the BFFL. That's how the BFFL works.
There
folks.
you go. And here comes the coach. He'll be walking on screen in a few seconds.
There he is on the left side.
Yep, there's the coach. Now, ladies and gentlemen, he had something in his hands. Oh, all right. Grab the water from forever. No huddle visits yet from Richard the Thumb Rinaldi. I am hoping my over parlay hits, but we'll see. Little Daughtry in motion. It's play
Fake.
action. Chappelle open wide over the middle.
JK dropping back.
And there's that man, Chappelle. Man, is he quick. Analect tackle. I mean, that's a
And
gain
that-
of only 2.
I was just about to
Really?
say it may have looked like more than that, but
Big third
JK
down
had to
here,
drop
Gavin.
so far back, and he had to come catch that ball at the line of scrimmage.
Big third down here, Gavin. Let's see what Baja draws up.
Oh, was that a? Oh, Rich Rinaldi just handed Jason a paper.
That does not count as a huddle visit. I hate to
But
break
what-
it to you,
but what
but
could be
what's
that
on that piece of paper? Richard, frankly could have just written on that piece of paper "hi" or "good
I mean,
job."
it looks like we're getting a real huddle here from Baja, so maybe Rich.
I guess-
maybe Rich drew up a play.
You know, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This counts as one huddle visit
It-
from the coach, Richard Rinaldi. Ladies and gentlemen, he
You
needs
heard it here.
one more to hit the over. He's at one. The line's at 1.5. Richard goes out there one more time, and a lot of people are going to make a lot of money. I'll tell you that.
You know what? For the fans, while they're still in this huddle, what other parlays we got tonight, or what other lines are there?
Couple other lines. We had Declan Costello over 0.5 interceptions. I slammed that over. He's bound to throw a pick this game.
Think
But
so.
I mean, I could see it not happening, but I mean,
Oh,
blitz
JK
it,
with the-
there he goes. Yeah, there he goes.
And that is a touchdown for Baja.
For Baja. Ladies and gentlemen, as we talked about, Gavin, you got to blitz him. You got to draw up something
Yeah.
better than that. You blitz 2 guys off the edge, that's fine. But you got to set a guy up the middle. I mean, he had yards of space there.
And Baja striking first after that Costello's turnover on downs. That's honestly huge for them.
That is huge. I mean, for starters, Baja gets the ball at halftime. Remember that, ladies and gentlemen. They just had a huge 4th down stop. Great play from Kyle Strack, and then a run.
And you know what? That was the play that Rich drew up.
That's exactly what I'm talking. That likely
Finn.
could have been it.
It could have been.
it. Let's see. Commissar's talking to his coach. Sure. You know what? We'll call it that. Well coached there from Richard J. Rinaldi. 7-0 Baja. Early, midway through the first.
So far, back and forth game, I'd say. Both teams getting good looks.
Declan Costello giving Stephen McDowell talking to. Interested to see what's going on here. I would not be surprised to see a pitch run to 24 Nick LePere first play. Yeah, there you go.
It's a toss.
And Brandon Booker, that's a great stop from Brandon Booker. Brandon Booker came into this game with no sacks. He basically had a full season on the D-line and then a couple plays on the D-line the season before, the summer before. He came in week 1, Gavin, 3 sacks on that D-line. 3.
Wow.
I mean,
That is
coming from a
impressive.
guy who hasn't had a sack once in multiple games played now. I mean, and then that's a great stop there, too.
And Brandon Booker, may I just say, he, off the field and on the field, he is just the nicest guy.
Oh, God.
He's
Humble
been in
guy.
this league for years. I've seen his face all the time, and this guy, whoever you are, he will always say hi, give you a talk, say what's
exactly
up.
what we need. This is what the flag football needs,
Exactly.
which we don't have enough of, and
We
that's
really don't.
nice, good, honest people. Declan Costello's a scumbag. Ollie T, drag. All right. Declan rolling out.
Finding Nick.
And that's wow. Ladies
It's
and
a
gentlemen,
catch
a lot
there.
of people don't know. Last summer, we had a showdown of Nick LePere versus Forever Williams. It was man coverage for one full drive. And let me tell you, butter your popcorn and sit back and watch. That was the spectacle of the night.
I mean,
they went at each other for a full drive. Matt Manswell was playing quarterback. I don't think he threw another person the ball. They both had their moments. It ended with a LePere touchdown. Great coverage from Forever. And as we saw there, I'm hoping we see the same thing in this game.
I mean, I would love to see that matchup. I think they're both very quick, and they can be physical when they want. As we saw last week, Nick made a great catch. That was Nick, right? On the deep ball, he made a nice 40-yard diving grab. Yep. So let's see if he picks him up here in this game, we'll see how well he can hang with him.
Third down here, we got Jason Analek and Ali T. Muhammad at eligible. That is a blitz there.
Going deep. That's a hold, is it not?
Yep, that's a PI,
that's a flag.
ladies and gentlemen.
PI.
That's first down for Costellos. And I'll tell you one thing, Gavin. Get it where it comes.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be completion. If you got to draw a flag, go ahead and do it. Is it honorable? No. It's not honorable. PI.
Barber. Shout out Barber for that call.
Shout out Zach Barber, deep ref. I'll tell you what. Khalil Daughtry's GoPro'd up for the night. So far, no catches on the night. Maybe a couple good plays on defense. But, I mean, that won't make for bad content.
No.
A nice hold.
And, I mean, it's still early game, first quarter, so we could see more of him later on.
And, ladies and gentlemen, you can't see it yet, but Richard Rinaldi is off to the right having a conversation with Trey Davis and Jaden Quintana. Play action here.
Declan finding Jason, who drops the ball.
Wow, Jason
couldn't bring it in. Jason turned his head before the ball was in his hands, Finn.
Jason Analek, a guy who does not see a lot of catches come his way. I mean, 23, you got to reel that one in, my friend. I know you
Jason Comazart?
You feel the contact coming. Jason Comazart rattling me, chirping me for being up in the booth, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, left, right, center. Hate comes my way.
And let's just pan over to Rich here. This is what we're talking. The coach of Baja right here, folks.
I mean, this is second down play. Your defense just made a huge stop, and again, what he probably thinks is, "Oh, I'm coaching youth football right now." That's probably what he thinks.
But I feel like when he's been around this long, you can do what you want at times, you know?
Look, he's the commissioner of the league, and he has that mentality.
Yeah.
You know, and frankly, let's call a spade a spade. Let's say he is locked into the defense. I mean, what's he going to be providing? Good job.
Exactly. Not much.
All right. Got a pass coming in. Rush is coming.
Declan's
rolling out right.
Looking across his middle. Oh,
That's
Levinson.
A great PBU from Levinson, number 10. I'll tell you what, this Baja defense is playing well to start here.
They got hands all over the place. They're playing tight coverages.
Levinson Perez is WestCon, I believe?
Yes.
WestCon football, along with Danny Urbanik. Now, he actually just went through a transition. He was a pass rusher / linebacker, possibly outside linebacker, and he actually transitioned to fullback / halfback for his college. And again, as I've said about Ali, Declan, he is a guy, Jared Palm, thank you. He does look great out there, Jared. Levinson Perez is a guy that you do not want to see running at you full steam.
He is the definition of a bull in a china shop. And he will run you over and not care about it.
He just showed you he's a hell of a linebacker, too. We got LePere going deep.
Deep ball here from Declan. Looking for LePere.
Wow! What a grab from Nick LePere! 24. I'll tell you what, in terms of contested catching, no one else better in this league than old reliable 2-4 Ricky Ticky, Bobby Wagon, Nick LePere.
Does the little Texans first down selling.
Again, maybe it's a Costello thing. Maybe it's a Costello thing, throwing the ducks. That was a duck. But as I always say, if you
got there in the end. It got there in the end, and that's all that matters.
All that matters.
I do believe that was a first down, so it...
Halftime? Second quarter? Gavin, check your phone.
Oh, and
Ladies
the first
and gentlemen,
quarter.
it is the start of quarter 2. After the end of the first, we saw a great fourth down stop from Team Baja, leading to a touchdown run by J.K. Comazar.
Owen Lynch rolling up with the Burks and sunglasses at
Owen Lynch after
8 p.m.
Incredible performance from Owen Lynch yesterday. He deserved the time off.
Yeah, he does.
Kieran Caker running a drag.
Deck with nothing, looking deep again.
Hey, jeez.
It was tight coverage again from Baja there.
I mean, great coverage from Baja. Listen,
this Declan didn't really have much.
This offensive line is doing as much as they can against guys like Brandon Booker and Justin Warner. They're giving him some time. But frankly, I mean, the ball just at this point, if it's going to be a game like this, got to come out a little quicker.
Yep.
You got to work your receivers, make them run shorter routes, or be a little more creative with whatever it may be.
And this, I think, is a big loss for the Costellos not having the hog here, because he could play in the backfield and then be that
pop out.
Yeah, he could give a little pick and pop.
Exactly.
Or he can even just play on the line if needs be. But Costellos obviously showing that they need to find something on the offensive end here.
And I'll tell you what, too. The Costellos pull away from this game with a win. Huge statement game. Because everyone's saying their whole game is just Tyler Hayes.
Flip
It's
to
a run
Nick.
left.
Cutting back across, up the
LePere.
middle.
That's a great grab there from Kyle Strack. Sophomore season here for Kyle Strack. Shane! 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 Shane Green! I don't know what down it is. Shane! Shane!
Shane! What down? Third down.
Good job,
folks.
Jason. Third down, ladies and gentlemen. Huge third down here. It is 3rd and goal. In terms of kicking, they do have Dennis Dowd, who's got quite the boot on him. I'd say give him another 5 just to be safe, but
Stephen McDowell, who played soccer for a few years, maybe, but
there you go. And I would expect, obviously, the blitz here from Team Baja.
yeah.
Yep.
And here it comes. Declan rolling left.
And there goes Declan.
Good block.
I don't know what they're going to... Incomplete from
Zach Barber saying out of bounds.
Incomplete.
I'm not going to lie. I missed it. I was too locked in. I'm
Ladies and
sorry,
gentlemen,
folks.
They are calling it incomplete. However, challenges are allowed in this league. I'm going to be honest, Gavin. In terms of possession, I'm unclear. I'm unsure, but he had a knee in bounds.
I was going to say,
He had
pretty
a knee
sure I
in
saw a
bounds.
knee. I'm sorry, folks, for the camera work, I'm sorry. I would have liked to apologize in advance. I'm trying to commentate and work the camera at the same time.
Very hard to do. Gavin's
I'll do
doing
my
his
best.
He's doing his best, Jared. Take it easy.
That's Fox.
Fox. Camera really captured that catch. Great work. Thank you, Fox. I don't know.
So, looks like they're going for a field goal here. Because I'm assuming that was incomplete then?
And wait, they are reviewing. It is an official review. Back left corner, you are able to see it, ladies
We'll
and
zoom
gentlemen.
in
That
here.
is an official review.
Jack Sheehy with the camera. Zach Barber saying incomplete.
Incomplete. Oh, dog.
Owen Lynch, ladies and gentlemen, joining us in the booth.
Dennis Dowd lined up for a kick here, Owen.
No.
Yep.
Jesus Christ. Well, yeah, we really don't have anyone to kick.
Dennis is good.
Is he?
He's a solid kicker.
Really?
Dennis is a solid, surefire kicker. Now, this is a 38-yarder.
And it's up.
And it's
And that is
through.
a great kick.
7-3, Baja leads. Listen, that's a good drive there from Costellos.
That is
That's
a great
good
drive. Great drive. An unfortunate missed maybe catch call.
Maybe,
Whatever. I don't know what we're
possibly.
going to call that yet, but it's now 7-3 Baja. I'm probably midway through the third, or the second, excuse me.
And if you mind zooming in on the sideline there, number 87 in orange.
Where?
Ladies and gentlemen,
that
a lot
the
of you might not know this, but
Is that-
over the past week, Costellos left. They had a really heartbreaking loss to Marcel's.
Standing next to Moby.
Costellos hired BFFL legend and owner of Frontier Medical Transportation, Basim Dika. He is a gold jacket, no doubt, Hall of Famer. They hired him as an assistant coach. This
And now-
is one of the biggest hirings we've seen, not even in BFL history, probably in the history of football.
Wow. What a statement.
I would
And
make
do you
that.
think that happened because of what happened in week one?
I do. Well, I'll give him. I'll say this: Ali coaching while playing is a very tough task.
It is.
You need a
It
guy
is.
who's able to make subs. You need a guy who's able to really see the game from an outside perspective. And it's tough for Ollie to do that while playing. Owen, if you want to speak, you just click this on. And it's a run from Liebens to Perez. Jason
Good grab
Anlick.
from Jason.
Basim Dika calling a holding, and there he goes. He told me beforehand, 87, assistant coach Dika, Frontier Medical, told me beforehand, he said, I am going at the refs today.
That's a bold
He
statement.
said he wants to see Ty Long cry by the end of this game.
Wow.
Second down here. Baja just used their run. And I like that run. Listen, I love seeing Levinson Perez get the rock. Nothing quite like it.
When he's got a full head of steam, it's scary.
Scary, man.
Why do I hear my name, Zach Barber?
Okay, Owen. Thank you.
No, he's talking. He's talking crazy.
How hard is it to do? This got to be hard to do.
No.
No, I'm saying no, not to move it. Do both.
Oh, yeah. Because a little bit.
No,
but-
yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you got Kyle Strack in the backfield. Forever and Khalil out wide. No blitz from Costellos. Varian's giving
Jason
him some
stepping
pressure.
up.
Wow, good
Great.
hands from Perez.
I was
That's
about to
good
say, yeah.
coverage there from the captain, Joseph P. Ferrone. It's a good grab there from Leibs. Leibs seeing some offensive action. Yet again, ladies and gentlemen, I love to see that. And I'll tell you one thing about Baja. It's third down here. If they don't convert now, they will be going for this. I would bet
Really?
probably all the money I have in my bank account, which of course it's not a lot, but I would bet that on the fact that they are on the field for this fourth down.
They've got about 6 or 7 yards
Yeah.
to the first down. Maybe a little bit more. Who knows? But I think it's definitely possible. They can get there.
Older crowd showing up tonight.
Got a good crowd.
Yeah, decent crowd
Got
tonight.
some softball folks, some parents.
Some drinks.
Nay, I say some people who just wandered on over, and that's what this league is about.
That's what it
Come
should
on
be
over
about,
and
Finn.
find out, man. And that's a blitz. And yet again, guys, I mean,
Why are they blitzing?
listen, I don't mind the blitz. I don't, but you're blitzing with two guys coming wide. Comazar has about 12 and a half metric feet to just run up the middle.
It's going to be a first down every time if you do that.
It's going to be.
It's gonna be a
going
first down.
Now, I'll tell you what. It was a first down there, but really, if you think about it, it's a gain of maybe 8.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
And look, now it's first and basically 25, which is what we talked about earlier.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
They might, honestly, Owen, they
He
might have.
looks short.
They might have.
No, Mo.
Barber! First and forever.
First
And
and
we're not
forever.
talking Williams. First and temporary.
According to
Temporary,
Barber.
by the way, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who's listening here, temporary news with Forever Williams, episode 4, is dropping soon. First down here. Here comes a pass rush.
Jason looking deep.
Ollie T.
A lot of time. Finding Forever across the middle.
What
Jason
a grab! I
with
mean, this is what
another
we talk
grab.
about. Jason Analek. I don't know how he does it. He truthfully.
It's those you know what I think? It's those
It's the
long arms.
because he truthfully has the agility of an oak tree, maybe a birch,
He's-
maybe
he-
a birch.
Giraffe.
No, a tree of an actual tree. He has the agility of a legitimate tree. He roots himself in the ground, but
It
he's
looks
just
like-
so powerful when he
It looks
roots.
like he is getting ready to box somebody out.
Yes.
As if he's playing basketball,
Exactly.
and then he just reaches out and grabs flags.
This is exactly what I'm
like
talking
it's
about. I don't-
nothing.
And look, he won breakout player of last year.
Yep.
And honestly, he won it because of how insane tackles he was making. He led the league in tackles, and his tackles weren't just little baby food tackles. They were man tackles.
I mean, so far in this game, he's had I'd say 3 tackles, and they've all been at least with
Exactly.
with a gain or 2 each. Like
and it's
Forever
a run
with
with
the-
the captain forever. Good block there from Bologna. He's going up the sideline.
breaking
And he
free and
trips
doesn't
and falls.
roll.
That's a great block there from Judge Dredd, Mike Bologna, and that's about a 22-yard gain there.
Carter Peterson calling it short as the sideline
Wow.
ref. So that means it's about third and
Third and
2
couple
maybe,
inches,
third and
maybe
1.
even a couple inches, Gavin. It's tough to depth perception's never been good for Costellos, but it has got to be close there, and that's just a great run there.
And now you think, is Baja looking to take a shot maybe? Or are they just going to get the first down?
I would take the shot.
Yeah?
The way you got to see it, Costellos defensively is in a weird spot here. They're in between what you just said. They're probably thinking in their heads they're either going deep,
Yep.
or they're just going to get this first. And I would think for the sake of the game, what they'd most likely do is go for the first down. So what I would do, go against the expectations and take a deep shot.
Did you guys talk about the fact the first round pick is nowhere to be found?
Tyler Haight,
Yeah.
he is not here. However, it is still a close game, Owen.
Best ability is availability.
The best availability.
That is true.
Say it again, Owen. You know that.
Best ability is availability.
There you go.
Finding
thank you.
Daughtry up the
And
middle.
it's Daughtry.
Still good. And down at about the 5. I mean, Costellos,
Poor
what are we
defense
doing?
there, but I'm going to be honest. What on God's green one was Khalil Daughtry doing there? Because you had 6. I mean, that's stats. That's easy 6 for your team.
He was backpedaling. For about 10 to 5,
I'm sorry,
10 yards.
ladies and gentlemen. If that's me as a coach, Khalil Daughtry's cut from the team.
Wow.
But he's a great guy, and I love him. Hell of a player.
Great kid.
Maybe I wouldn't cut him.
Great
That's a
player.
little harsh. But, man,
But that could have been an easy touchdown for
man,
Baja.
guess what? I'll tell you one thing. If I'm a coach on Baja, I see my player backpedaling instead of running full speed ahead for that touchdown, I'd be furious. Now, if you take a look at the actual coach, Richard J. Rinaldi, again, he's probably like, oh, we're in youth football. Good job, kids. When do I get to go home? You know? He has no clue what's going on. Look,
Nah.
he's watching the softball game.
He's just got Miller Lite on his mind.
Yeah. Miller Lite and soft serve.
Yeah, he's going to take a pit stop at Ron's after this, I'm
Probably
guessing.
will. He probably will. And it is a play action
Fake
here
run.
from Mr. Perez. There goes Dennis Dowd breaking through on that line.
And that is a touchdown
Aiden
for
Virgo,
Baja.
First of his career. Man, ladies and gentlemen, that's how you work down the field, Gavin.
And that is a well-deserved touchdown for Baja, I think.
Offensively, you saw a perfect mix. Baja had some runs. They had some good passes, deep and short both. And that's just a great drive there from Baja.
Now, for the Costellos taking over, you're down 14-3 with, I'm assuming, not a bunch of time left in the second quarter. What are you thinking here, Finn?
I mean, here, look, you've played well. Frankly, their defense is playing very well. And look, they've given up 14 points. In a league like this, you're lucky to not have given up 28 by this point.
Yep.
So you can't panic. That's the first thing. You got to stay calm. You cannot panic. But, you got to put points up on the board here. You have to, especially
Gotta
if
find
you
something
don't
offensively.
get the ball at half. Baja does. You got to get at least Dennis in field goal range and at least
You need
get
a
3.
score. You need a score here, I think, from Costellos.
Yeah. Keep that in mind.
No,
4 left in the second quarter, so they got about 4 minutes here.
And if you're Costellos here too, you want to get in scoring range with.
And what another breakup
That's
from
another
Forever.
great breakup by number 4, the captain of that defense. I'm going to be honest with you here. From the way some of the receivers, a.k.a. Stephen McDowell, Dennis Dowd, were there, I'm not sure if they were really expecting a pass to be coming.
I don't know if they were
I mean,
either.
LePere certainly was, but they both kind of looked like they were in blocking formation until about they were 15 yards down.
LePere was in motion when the ball was snapped, and he managed to get 20 yards up the field and still look for the ball. I mean, if you're Costellos, you may be thinking you got to at least glance at the other receivers, no?
Yeah.
he knew who he was throwing to before he said hike.
Yeah, there you go.
Agreed, Owen.
Finding Nick out wide.
That's a good game of roughly 10. It's about 3rd and 10. If you're Costellos here, this is do or die right now.
It is. You
need
need a
convert.
first down.
You need to convert.
You
here.
need a first down.
You need a first down. Do or die. Maybe that's a little egregious very early in this game, but got to convert. Got to convert here. Let's see what they draw. And I'm going to be honest here. Obviously, if you're the Costellos, you got to feed LePere. He's one of the best players in this league for a reason. But still, you got to be thinking. I mean, Baja knows what's going on. They know the ball's coming to LePere. You got to find a way to get the ball to some of your other receivers. And I'll say they're not doing a bad job of that. I mean,
No.
Analek has 2 catches. McDowell has 2, I believe.
Yep.
I think maybe Dennis has a target, so they're not doing a bad job of that. But got to find a way to be getting the ball in some other people's hands just to spread it out a little bit.
Sturman only had 1 yesterday, right?
2. He had 2. He was being a baby. He had 2 though. 2-minute warning. Wow. Came quick, ladies and gentlemen. 2-minute warning. And now, Gavin, if you're the Costellos here, you want to get in scoring position with about 20 seconds left on the clock. You
Yep.
do not want to give Baja a chance at offense again.
No, I wouldn't want to.
No blitz here from Baja. Kind of surprising.
And that is
And
a
that's
sack.
a sack from
Liebenson.
Liebenson Perez. Wow.
And that, you do not want to see
mean,
that from the
they are
Costellos.
eating
That
it.
is just a
They
bad,
are eating them
bad
up, man.
beat.
I don't know how many sacks they have yet, but I'll tell you what, they are pressuring him every time.
I mean, are you questioning your offensive line for the Costellos at this point?
I don't know if it's a lack of offensive line. I like the Costellos O-line. It's
Or
just
is
that
it-
Baja D-line is their menaces. Liebenson, Brandon, Warner. You can
I mean,
even
that mix of power and
Speed is deadly.
It is deadly.
And that's a pretty good boot there from 23. The old Tree Meister.
Getting a
But
decent
that
bounce.
does give them a first down right ahead. So not ideal, but it's a good 60-ish.
So Baja picking up the ball with probably about a minute 30 to go, I would say. And they're in decent field range.
I mean,
not terrible.
If you're Baja, you are up 11 points in this game right now, and you get the ball now, and you get the ball at half. So the way I come out to it, you got to get to at least the 25-yard line, give Mike Bologna a chance at a field goal, and then you get the ball coming into half too, coming out of half. I mean, you're sitting pretty right now.
I would like to see Baja make a statement at the end of this half. I would like to see them put a score down, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown, and then see how they come back out to start the second half.
And Gavin, as we always want, I want this game to be a shootout through and through, as you want every game to be. But these are two teams who, definitely Costellos is getting ragged on a little bit more, but these are two teams that people are kind of doubting. And, I mean, these are two talented squads.
They are.
You got my nickel pair back and middle linebacker on defense. And it's Aiden Virgo going deep.
Looking deep.
And he's going
JK
deep.
launching it. And firing.
Oh, my God, Kyle Strack!
Oh.
He is down.
But what a grab.
But what a grab from Kyle Strack there. Wow, that was a 1-on-2 against Kieran Caker and Jason Analik. I mean, those are two rather established safeties in this league. And I mean, Gavin, what was that there? I mean,
from what we could see from up here, it looked like almost everybody involved in that play got a hand on it, and it just came right down to Strack, and he managed to come down with it.
Okay. Where's the GoPro?
I think
Richard, put it live. Right over there. Grabbing the little top black part. Black case, top. I got it.
Yeah. Sorry, folks. We're trying to get another battery for the GoPro.
Gavin, do you know what you did with that battery? Oh, right here. Start.
Oh, there it is.
Here, Gavin, can you uncork this? So I don't know how to get it out.
Yeah.
That was a great catch.
That was a great catch.
That was tested there. I mean,
Jared Palm with Rich looks great out there.
Hey, thanks, Jared.
Fox was chirping us.
What did he say?
He said you look dumb. This is old?
Yeah.
This is old.
Yes.
Sorry. Right there.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was too
Hold on.
Rich,
Baja taking their time.
It's a good game.
And we have actually Coach Rinaldi in the booth here.
Coach Rinaldi's in the booth. He's not even on the field. Trevor Williams.
JK stepping up, looking deep.
God.
And what a catch by Forever Williams!
Lord have mercy. That's that man. Forever Williams.
All right, is it good?
Guys, it's good. We're good now.
Oh my gosh.
Touchdown.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Richard, you can't. Get out of here. Go. Get out. Go.
Coach Rinaldi, you better get back down to the sidelines and give your team a pep talk because they are rolling over the Costellos right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's 21-3, and I'll tell you what. That was back-to-back contested, gritty catches from Baja. And again, that's Jason Anlik. He's a established safety. I mean, he won Breakout Player of the Year last year because of his safety
Forever went up
performance.
and got that ball, Finn.
If you're the Costellos here, I mean, look, one silver lining here is Baja scored rather quickly there, meaning there's still a little bit of time left on the clock, and Costellos do have all 3 timeouts.
But do you think they can make it down the field in time?
Yeah, how much time left, Barber? About 45 seconds left in the half. Let's see what Costello can do here. Rolling out. That's
looking for the
Dennis
sideline.
Dowd.
Get out of bounds.
And they're going hurry up there. They're going to save their timeouts, it seems. And this is probably approaching 30 seconds and running.
Minute 10.
There's a minute 10, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry. Good job, Barber. Second down here.
Hurry up
They are
offense from
in tempo.
Costellos.
This is what you got to see here. 2
Finding
catches
Dennis
from
Dowd
Dowd.
again.
He's
And getting
going!
the field.
Jesus Christ, run, Dennis.
Dennis Dowd. Comazar there clearly was going for the strip.
And Baja,
Costellos
Costello's
is moving.
calling
I mean,
a timeout
frankly,
here.
Gavin, what we're seeing right now, maybe they need a little more. You got to play with a little bit of tempo. A
th-
little
I
bit
mean,
of tempo.
Look at that. You're playing with some intensity, and you got two nice catches for about, I don't know, 50 yards right
go.
there.
And Ollie T is calling out triangle.
Let's see what that could be.
Who knows what that means, but tell you what, I'm excited to see it. So there's I don't know if that's a,
Oh, that may not be a legal timeout.
yeah, that might have been just there's no way they gave him that.
Okay, I'll put it back on the scoreboard just for now.
Yeah.
Shane, is that a timeout? Costellos has 2 timeouts left. And that's
Finding
a catch
Nick
from
up the
LePere,
middle.
and he's going. He's still going.
And he is
That's
in!
a touchdown, Costellos.
Wow!
Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Nick LePere.
Folks, we have a game on our
Nick LePere,
hands.
frankly, is just that guy. I don't know what to tell you. Guys, it's 21-10. Just like that, Costellos makes it a ball game.
And that was an impressive drive from the Costellos. I mean, we've needed to see that for the whole start of the game, and they did it in just three plays.
And as I harpered back on earlier, I think this team just needs a little bit of tempo in their lives.
That was great hurry-up offense from the Costellos. Two good pickups from Dennis Dowd, and then Nick LePere up the middle for the touchdown.
Gavin, I'm going to make a prediction here. And if it comes to fruition, I want something in return, preferably out of Carter Peterson's pocket.
Oh, no.
They are testing Jason Analek here. I am predicting a 23 the tree Jason Analek interception some point in this game.
Wow.
He could have had 2 already. Believe me. Could have had 2. He played him a little rough, and there were just great plays from the receivers.
You wanna
I
put
am
10 bucks on it
predicting,
for this half?
maybe not 10. I want money out of Carter's pocket if I'm right. He doesn't have to be involved in the.
I won't lie, Finn. I'm not hating that. I'm not hating that.
Combazar right now just basically threw up two Marys to the tree, and Combazar is just
With
walking in the
weeps
backfield.
of time here. Rolling
And
back
Ollie T
again.
has been on the ground 3 times now. He's going all out.
JK
He's
looking
going
deep. Oh, and couldn't pick it up.
It was a pass interference on you.
Asking for PI there,
So
but
there's no PI on that play. I'm going to be honest. If McDowell turned around, that's probably an interception.
I
but
think he could have caught that ball.
That's an OPI.
he kept his back turned. And that's it again right there. I mean, Combazar is loving these deep balls.
He needs a sub.
What'd you say?
He needs a sub.
Who are you talking about?
Aiden or Kyle. They run one deep route and then they ask for a sub.
Yeah. Basim Dika coaching it up on the sideline there.
I mean, first game coaching or assistant coaching here for the Costellos, and they had a decent drive. I mean, he's looking like he's giving them some pep in their step,
I agree.
and they're looking better, honestly.
Basim Dika joining as an assistant coach this season shows me more than ever that the BFFL is kind of like tuberculosis, the plague, mononucleosis disease, in the sense that this is something that always will come back. Flag football is never truly gone.
It
I don't
never
wanna see this
it
right
never
now.
never leaves.
Kid gives me the heebies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there's got to be about 20 seconds left in this half, but it is Baja's ball.
There have been,
And
can I just say,
there-
there have been 2 touchdowns
I'm
before the
predicting
2-minute
a
warning,
pitch
or
to-
after the 2-minute warning.
Pitch to
excuse me.
Liebenson.
High snap.
Throw by Liebs. I wish I called it out. I literally knew it.
Liebs looking deep, not a bad ball.
And that's a goalkeeper dive there from Kieran Kaker. He used to be a goalie, and I've seen that plethora of times in this league. But hey, good defense nonetheless. And I believe, ladies and gentlemen, that's half. So at half, we got 21-10. Baja leads, and we got a game on our hands, folks.
We do have a game. And with Baja coming out with the ball in the second half, what are you looking to see from them offensively and from the Costellos defensively coming out in the second half?
Baja offensively, I am looking to see, again, exactly what we saw on their last scoring drive. Kind of a very mixed offense, some run plays, some passing. Because as you saw with the past 2 drives, they're kind of just taking deep shots now with with Comazar's arm,
Yep.
it's fine. You can do that. But I want to see a mixed bag out of Baja. I want to see them running short, middle, long, the whole array.
I think offensively, they've got everything. They can run the ball. They got short crossing routes. They got the deep ball, as we saw, and they just got to lock in, put all those uses to work, and they can win this game.
Now, Costellos, I would like to see. I mean, honestly, they haven't been on offense too much this game. I would continue to like to see Declan spread the ball out. However, besides that, I think what we saw before, just a little more tempo out of them.
Yeah, I agree.
They had one tempo drive, and it was great. Obviously, I like drawing up plays and whatnot, but a little more tempo out of Costellos, and I think that is going to be part of the key to their success.
I agree.
right.
All right, we will be back for the second half.
Finn's a bitch.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Second half here. Baja leads 21-10. Gavin, can you get your phone up again? So
Oh,
we see
yeah. Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what this half holds in store
I mean,
for us at the BFL social media.
I think it was a slow first half from both sides, and they definitely picked it up in the last quarter
it's
and a
strange.
half.
I mean,
Last
there's
half quarter.
31 points on the board, but I will have to agree with you. It felt slow.
But at the very start of the game, it felt very slow.
I mean, a big portion of that we just have not seen too much out of Costellos. It's really been a Baja only.
Wow, we got a pretty decent showing
Decent
tonight.
crowd. You know, this is what I'm saying. I like playing at this time more because people are able to come and watch games that are 10 a.m. and 12 p.m. on Sundays and Saturdays. The view, you know, a lot of people are not going to be able to
No.
come and spectate these games. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jason Comazar is GoPro'd up here, and that's a blitz first play.
Rolling out, looking across his ball. Oh my gosh. Stephen McDowell.
Good PBU there from McDowell. And you know what? I'll tell you what. They have restructured their blitz, it seems, ladies and gentlemen. That
They
was
have.
a great blitz there from Costellos. You cornered him. It's exactly what you want to do. You can't let him get out in a space on a blitz. Yeah, and then send it, yes.
Do you want to? Oh, do you want to maybe announce that it's? Do you want to like announce the score and that was the start of the second half? 21-10 Baja. 21-10 Baja.
Going into the second half, we have 21-10 Baja.
Good job, Owen. Trevor Williams going deep on a post. You have Kyle Strack open
Plenty
short.
of time
Joey
for
Ferrone
Jason.
wide open, yeah. No
Finding
doubt there.
Kyle.
Oh, and
Oh,
it's too long.
Spoke too soon. Excuse me.
We got a third down here. Costello's defense is looking mean.
And this is what we talked about. This is what they needed to do coming out to start the second half. And so far, after two plays, they're looking good. They look like they're bringing the intensity in the second half here.
Joey Ferrone was on coverage there, and he was deep, but he came up to make the play. And I'll tell you one thing. If this wasn't flag football and we were on a rugby pitch, I think Kyle Strack might be dead this play. Captain Joey Ferrone does not play when it comes to a rugby ball. What do you call it? Is it a ball? Is it
I don't know.
It's a ball?
Yeah.
It's a ball.
Some type
He
of
does
ball.
not play when it comes to a rugby ball. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Big third down for
Third
Baja
down here,
here.
and it's
Quick snap.
a screen to Kyle
Finding Kyle.
Strack. And there you go. And he's still up.
Up across the middle. Still going.
What a
Jason.
snag from Jason
Anelak.
As we've talked about. The guy is inevitable.
And
nearly
Aiden Di-
like Thanos.
If you
Nearly
can
like
see,
Thanos.
if you can see on the sideline, Aiden Davis marked him
Calling
short.
Fourth down.
It is fourth and maybe 2 inches.
I'll be honest with you there. It should have never even came
No, I
to
think
Anelak. That's a poor job. How do you let him out?
Strack should have got tackled
There
at
you
the
go.
30-yard line when he was right on the sideline.
I'll tell you
there.
what, Ferrone made a good job biting up and eating that block, but you need other guys coming in there and supporting him.
But that is still a great play from Jason coming across the middle,
huge play.
putting out those arms and just like we said earlier, just sticking out his hand
Aiden.
and grabbing that flag.
Was that a run, that screen? They do not have a run. They don't have a blitz, ladies and gentlemen. This is huge. This is huge, ladies and gentlemen. This means Baja has to throw. If Costellos gets a stop here, I mean,
That
man,
would
this
be
is
massive. for
heads
them.
up defense. Let's see what they cook up. It's going to be something short.
High snap,
Yeah, it's easy to Chappelle. I mean, no doubt there.
almost loses it.
All right, first down, Baja. I'll tell you what, besides that mishap on that screen ball, Costello's is playing great defense right
They
now. They're
are.
making the tackles they got to make.
They're doing
The
what they need
D-line
to do
is doing
defensively.
their thing.
Mike Varian checking back into the game on the line. Baja seems to be taking their time on these offensive huddles.
I'll tell you one thing. Being a head ref for Baja's Week 1 game, I mean, it was frankly a nightmare. Jason Comazar made sure to eat every single second of that play clock. I mean, seriously, paint drying, nails growing, whatever you want to call it. Ball is up. We got Forever running
Forever
into
in
the
motion.
flat.
Finding Chappelle over the middle.
Man, great grab there from LePere. I'll tell you what, that man Chappelle, he's got hands on him. He is quick, good hands. He's the full package.
He's got 3 catches in this game?
I'll tell you what,
3 or 4?
Chappelle, probably a couple months ago now, we were, it was a big group of flag members, and we were at the turf at the high school, and we were just throwing around a little bit, not playing or anything, but just having a good time throwing around, hanging out. And we saw Chappelle in full football gear working at the field, so a couple of us approached him, asked him to play, and that was his inception, and I'm very happy he
Wow.
became a member of the league.
And just like that, folks, if you want to look to join the BFFL, maybe we'll find you when we're just out having some fun. And if you're out there on the field, we may just say, hey, man, you want to come play for us?
Frankly,
Come play with us?
Gavin, some of our better members
Have been found that way.
We find them.
Yeah. I've tend to notice that, Finn. JK with the run.
And that's a great grab from LePere.
Great grab. JK looking to stiff arm Nick, but he says not today
That's
and
a
takes
great
that flag.
grab there from LePere. And again, as I've said, Gavin, they're learning about their blitzes.
They are.
They are learning about these blitzes. Their 3 blitzes they did in the first half, frankly, were pathetic.
Forever
Pathetic.
Williams off camera, not looking too happy with that play. I mean,
Not happy. And
he hasn't been getting the looks, I will say.
it is 3rd down, ladies and gentlemen. 2 great grabs there from LePere.
Mm-hmm.
Costellos, again, their blitzing in the first half just wasn't good enough. Now, I mean, they completely reworked their blitz strategy, and this is exactly the type of football you want to be playing against a guy like Comazar. Don't just shelter off and not blitz because he's fast. Send the blitz, but strategize it.
Right. 3rd and long here
Third
for
and long.
Baja.
This is a huge stop for Costellos here. Huge stop. Interested to see what they cook up here. Snap is good. Got Kyle Strack running a deep
JK
post.
looking deep. And
Oh my Lord! And
what
having Kyle
a grab from Kyle
He
Strack.
is inevitable. The guy. This is 2 times in a row where Comazar has just tossed one up. He's on good tight coverage, and he just comes down with it.
I mean, and Kieran Kicker looked like he almost had his arm wrapped in with Kyle, and Kyle just ripped it away. I mean, that was an impressive play from both Kieran and Kyle, I will say.
I wonder if 23 right safety Jason Anna could have made a play on it.
Yeah,
I can't really tell, but that's again,
That is
Costellos, you're right here.
yeah.
And then you let it up. It's about the 2nd time in this game that's happened, and your defense is just going to have to be a little bit more disciplined if you're going to want to pull through in games like this, because
I
now they're
agree.
in scoring position.
Baja with a great completion there. Let's see what they can do. 1st and goal. Kyle in motion.
It's play action right. Good grab there from LePere. About a 8-yard completion to Khalil Daughtry over the middle. Good pass there from Comazar. And, Gavin, I'll tell you what Baja is doing right now is almost pretty close to what we talked about they have to do if they want to win this game.
Yeah.
I mean, they started off, they had a screen play, a deep ball, that short pass, a couple others here and there.
Pretty good.
They are a pretty balanced, healthy offense here, and that is what wins games in this league.
They are. Some good completions from Jason Comazar.
He's playing good ball right now.
He has decent pocket presence in this game, I will say.
I mean, he's fast, he's agile.
Deep ball.
Wow,
think
that was close.
That was a great grab from Forever, but
man,
I think
that
it was out of
close.
bounds.
That looked out of bounds. I will say that looked out of bounds. But that's a great ball there from Comazar.
What a ball and what a grab. But that seemed to just be maybe inches, maybe a foot out of bounds.
I'll tell you one thing. Forever Williams, looking at him from up here, I mean, the guy is just speed.
He is. He can find the open space, and if the ball's coming his way, forget it.
I'll tell you what right now, Costellos needs a turnover badly. They need the tide of this game to turn in their favor.
I mean, at the end of the first half there, they were down 21-3. They scored a touchdown to keep it close, but I mean, you would think if Baja were to score here, how would they respond?
Again, what I like about Costellos, they have the all great Basim Dika as an assistant coach this game. Their mentality's got to be high through and through, but it's going to be tough to
JK with
battle
time,
back.
looking for Chappelle, finding him, making a move.
That's a great grab there from Joseph Ferrone. Great grab there from Ferrone. Chappelle, yet again, that guy's hands are surefire.
And
He doesn't
he-
even know what a body catch is. He
No.
goes pure hands.
And like you said too with Chappelle, he is quick. When he catches that ball and comes down with it, he is just looking to run and make a move.
Yeah, he's something. Great addition. And they're going for the field goal here. Mike Bologna loading up for it. I'll tell you what, Costellos sure could use a miss here, but knowing Mike Bologna, I doubt it will come. This guy is probably in his career, I'd say. Well,
Kick is up.
and there you have
And
it. I
it
mean,
is
it's never in
good.
doubt. That probably brings him to 12 for 15, maybe 3 misses in his career.
Wow,
Those
so-
stats are purely based off of my mind. No facts behind them. That is just a guess.
But with your guess, obviously, he seems like a very consistent kicker.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 24-10. Again, your Costellos, you get a touchdown here. It is a one-score ball game.
It is.
And again, you're probably about midway through the third quarter here. All is not lost, but you got to put some points on the board here. And I'm interested to see how that Costellos halftime huddle was and what they discussed in terms of changes and how to kind of revamp this offense coming in the second half. Now, Gavin, I must ask, Tyler the Hoggate, let's say he is here this game.
Okay.
Is there a change in the score?
You know what? As much as I want to say yes, I don't think there would be, if I'm being 100% honest. Yes, I think he would give them more of an offensive threat with the run, and they would probably have a few more yards up the field. Stephen McDowell with a great grab
there. That's a great ball.
through the middle. Like I was saying, I think they would bring more of an offensive threat with Tyler, and he would get more runs, maybe some short crossing routes along the middle. But I'm not sure if it would bring a score necessarily.
I agree. I mean, I will say, obviously, Tyler Hoggate, arguably the best player in our league. It's just, with how fast this defense is, it's tough to confidently say his presence here would bring a difference in the score.
I think if he were here and he were to get a run, he would need some good blocks, and he would need to break out because.
Yeah, I went to the field the other day.
How far is that?
55.
We'll keep that in mind. Costello's loading up here. They got the I formation broken out. It's seeming like it's a power run. Do not be surprised.
Nick in the backfield.
Play action here. Love that.
Looking for Cake or Deep, finding.
Oh! Out of the hands of the candidate, Ali T. Muhammad, 21, captain of the offense and the defense.
Couldn't bring it down.
That was a blitz, though, ladies and gentlemen. I really like that look there, Gavin. That power run play action look. I like that look. I think if Declan Costello could have gotten himself one more second, he would have found something open.
I agree.
I do love that look, though. And that is, I'll tell you one thing. That's a pure Basim Dika strategized play there.
Was
he
it?
Loves the power run. I mean, yeah, he basically founded the power run, and that's what he's going to bring to an offense like this. But they got to convert on a play like that. I mean, Declan's got to get that ball a little bit lower, and honestly, Ali, it would have been great if he could bring that in, but a lot easier said than done.
Third down, I think, here for. Is it third down?
Third down.
Third down and
It
short.
is about 3rd and 2, and it's a run to
Run
LePere.
for Nick.
Can he get there?
Getting
That's
out
the first
wide.
down. All right. Another set of down for Costellos. I'll tell you what, that's all they needed right there.
Yep.
Don't overdo it. Get that first down. Now take a breather.
Yep, reset.
I would say this, though, Gavin. Right here, you reset. It's first
Yes,
down.
yes.
The next completion you get, short, medium, long, pedal to the middle. Foot on the gas pedal. You go heavy, heavy momentum. Hurry up, screw the huddle, straight up, tell them to get lined up, and as the great Basim Dika says, just get open.
You know, I really like that because I think Baja would be caught off guard if they
is
did that.
exactly what I'm saying.
Because if you could see now, Baja is obviously taking their time as so are Costellos. But if Costellos get a quick pickup and then do a little bit hurry up offense, Baja may not be ready for that.
Exactly what I'm saying, Gavin. Exactly what I'm saying. You're reading my mind. Nay, I say like a book.
Here it is again.
Not a screen, yet they were calling it out. Declan rolling right. Oh, my Lord,
Was
that's
that
a
a
catch. That's a catch. Ladies and
Davis
gentlemen, he
saying
does it.
catch.
I mean, Nick LePere, guys, the kid doesn't
mean-
drop a ball. He's a school teacher.
I mean,
he's a school teacher.
and can
He
I
never
just say-
played football. He is a school teacher, and he's making catches like this.
Can I just say, Daughtry read that like a book. He read that
I
like
mean,
a book. He
great
saw
defense.
Declan's eyes look up, knew that there was someone behind him, started dropping back, but Declan just lofted that ball right over him, and Nick with a great toe touch grab
Gavin,
out of bounds.
if you can remember 2016 Falcons v. Patriots Super Bowl game, that was almost like the Matt Ryan throw to Julio Jones on the sideline, toe tap beauty. Similar to that now, is it at the NFL level? Yes. You thought I would be saying no, but yes, it is. We are at the NFL level.
I knew you were going to say yes.
Yes,
Finn.
we are.
I knew you were going to say yes.
And if anyone disagrees with me, you can take it up in the comments. Jared, if you're still here, Jared Palm. Snap is up. LePaire's running an out route. And
Declan
it's
looking, tipped and
it's
caught and intercepted.
Intercepted. There goes Kyle Strack the other way. And he's down there. Declan got him down.
I mean, you get a great pickup there with Nick, and then you're looking deep again, but it was there was double coverage
Double
there.
coverage, yeah. I'm going to be honest. He's falling into a safety net with LePaire, which is good. I mean, LePaire is a top 3, top 5, whatever you call it, receiver in this league. But you gotta, your defenses are going to start triple coveraging this guy. You got to start moving the ball out a little bit. And I'm not saying anyone else was open. I personally didn't see it, but you gotta start working the ball around just a little more. You can't just rely on one guy to win a game.
From an offensive standpoint, you got to think, all right, I'm giving Nick LePaire a bunch of looks. He's getting these good catches. Now, do you think that the defense is going to maybe double him or play man coverage? If that becomes the case, then, like you said, you got to find the other receivers, give them the hot routes, and see what they can do.
Exactly, Gavin. And Nick LePaire, though, I'll tell you one thing. He's still trying to keep this defense hot. And I'm going to be honest, Costellos does not look beat up. They don't look out of this game at all. It's a run with Aiden Virgo going right, cutting up
Getting
field.
a good
He's
block.
going back. And
Nick
that's a
LePaire.
grab by Nick LePaire. Never a doubt. When you have guys like Jason the Tree Analek and Nicky Ticky Bobby Wagon on defense, tackles come left and right.
They do.
And they're no Carter Peterson-esque tackles. The little, oh, I got him, Grace. No, they are man, hard-nosed tackles.
When they grab the flag,
Screw you,
When they
Carter.
grab the flag, you know it's down.
That's exactly what I mean. Screw you, Carter. You owe me money if Jason Analek catches a pick. Kyle! Shut up.
Kyle having some words.
Kyle Strack.
Letting the booth know that he
Kyle
is that
Strack
man.
gets a thumb up. He gets a thumbs up from one of the announcers and continues to go on a speech. Frankly, Kyle, keep it yourself.
Blitz
It's a
here
blitz.
from Costellos. JK looking across the middle
what
to
a
Chappelle.
ball there from... Great ball there from Comazar. And look, again, I like that blitz. They're forcing him to one side.
Yep.
Comazar is just staying calm.
And
He's
you know what?
staying
Even
calm.
though they're blitzing, this is what they have to pick up on. They're blitzing, but they gotta pick up those receivers.
Exactly.
Find the crossing routes. Find the man on the sideline. If they're gonna blitz, they have to go.
You got to sell out on
pedal to the
short.
metal on defense.
You got to sell out on short on a blitz. I mean, if Comazar happens to break free on a deep ball to one of his receivers, that's just hats off to Comazar.
Yeah.
He's breaking out of the tackles. He's seeing downfield. But when it comes to short, it's a lot easier for a quarterback to see that. And the defense just got to be on that. But I'll give it to Chappelle. I mean, it's a great job getting loose there.
And Chappelle, he's honestly looking as a nice little offensive threat for Baja here. I think he has 4 or 5 completions. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a drop.
Doubt it. I would not be surprised if that man went this whole season without having a drop.
He's looking good for Baja
He's
early
looking
on.
great for Baja.
Great pickup, I must say. Comazar with the snap.
He's still up there. Good move there from Virgo. And I believe with that, they did. They picked up the first down, and it's 1st and goal. Baja is marching downfield.
And, I mean, this is just good football. They know that they're close to the first down. All they need is a few yards. And guess what? They send a guy 5 yards up the field, throw him the ball, and he picks up another 5. There you go. It's a first down. That's all you need.
Shane! Ty! Jack! Can you figure out the time? Start of the 4th quarter, ladies and gentlemen. I'll tell you what, time is dwindling here for the Costellos, yet it is not over until that big lady sings.
Baja
This is still a ball
is
game,
eating
however.
up that clock.
Run
Finding
with
Liebenson on the pitch.
Oh, he gives a
Stiff
stiff arm
arm.
to LePere.
And
That
LePere
what a
managed.
grab!
He's still
What a grab.
Liebenson-
We are seeing unheard of tackles here in this game from LePere and
we
Analek.
literally both said it. Liebenson stiff-armed
Yeah.
LePere, and he still managed to get that.
I'll say it
that
again,
flag.
ladies and gentlemen. He is a school teacher. He's never played football before, and the guy comes out and is making plays like this. I mean, it's
Hey,
Man,
Finn.
it is something.
Jared Palm's letting you know he's still here.
Jared.
Always watching the stream.
Thanks for giving us support, man. That made me feel better.
What cigarette is Mo on?
What?
What cigarette is Mo on? I took the over.
Mo's probably on his 8th cigarette.
I think Lime was 6.5.
What's in a pack? 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's closing in on pack. By the end of the game, he'll be done with the pack. Second and goal here for Baja. I could sense it, but yeah,
Blitz
you
coming.
could see that blitz coming. Third down, huge stop there by the Costellos. I mean, you could sense that blitz
Yeah,
coming.
I
Ollie
could
T
see
was
it. He was ready for that.
writhing in excitement. Let's see what goes on here. Listen, they keep them here. If they can somehow stop Baja from gaining 10 yards, they probably keep Bologna out of field goal range. They cannot afford a single point on this game.
And with Mike being such a good kicker, I mean, you just for the Costellos defense, you don't even want them inside the 30. Like if they get inside the 30, I mean, you got to think that that's going to be a field goal almost every time for Baja.
Exactly. And I mean, as I said, he is frankly automatic. Let's see what they got here, and they do not. They're
JK
not
looking
looking
deep
short.
for the end zone, and
Oh
what
my
a grab by
Lord!
Forever.
Guys, this team is just. I mean, they can't be stopped. Contested catch, contested catch, contested catch.
I mean, when the ball goes up in the air, these Baja receivers, that is all they're looking
are you
for.
sure?
They
They're
want
moving
the ball.
upfield, Owen. That was a catch.
JQ was waving his arms.
It's a catch, Owen.
Yeah.
Guys, I would love to see that one back on Sheehy's camera. I mean, forever contested catch. Kyle Strack contested catch. Kyle Strack contested catch. Aiden Virgo might even have. I mean, this is left and right just. And look, I'll give credit where credit's due. Costellos is playing good defense. It's just Baja, frankly, they just want it more.
It almost seems like the Costellos can't match up with
Now,
Baja's receivers.
this is, if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is 4th and goal.
I do not know. Base team calling shots from the
I
sideline.
believe it's 4th and goal. Chappelle, whip route. Yeah. Oh, Khalil Daughtry, touchdown.
And it
Touchdown
just like that.
for Baja 328. Great margaritas, great tacos, and just like that, Baja leads 31-10.
Now, probably a few minutes into the fourth here, if you're the Costellos, I mean, you're
Again-
down 3 scores at this point.
If you're the Costellos, I mean, they obviously know the exact time. We don't. I'm going to guess there's about 11, maybe 10 minutes left on the
Yep.
clock. What you need a touchdown in the next 4 minutes, and
Yep.
then you need preferably a turnover, but just to stop on downs before they reach that first blue cone. And then after that, honestly, Gavin, you're going to need a prayer after a prayer after a prayer.
Yeah.
And this is what it is. And you know what? With Basim Dika as an assistant coach, I wouldn't be absolutely stunned if something like that happened.
Is he done?
You go let him in.
Door's open. Door's
Oh,
open.
Owen's gonna let you in.
It's not?
Hey, Coach, how are you? Yeah, me too.
Jamison Sheehy, coach of Marcelo, is coming up to the booth here.
All right, let's see what Costello's. I mean, I'm going to be honest, on a play like this, deep ball to McDowell. Yeah.
Pressure coming. Declan rolling out, hesitating.
Interception
Is that a
by
pick?
Jason Comazar.
Both
That
receivers are saying no.
Shane's calling it incomplete. Wow. And Nick LePere
Nick-
might be down.
Yeah, he is down on the play.
Yeah, he'll always get up. Look, he's fine. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, he's all right.
All right, he's good.
He's an Iron Man.
Yeah.
I've never seen that kid even have a cold in his life. I'm going to be honest with you. I was sold on that being a pick.
I mean,
I guess our
it was
view
good.
was
It was
not.
good coverage from Jason. He almost pulled it in. It looked like he did actually pull it in, but it looked like it hit the ground. So that's why they called it incomplete. But I mean, for the Costellos, you just had a turnover. You almost threw another one there. I mean, what's going on?
I know. Yeah. Yeah, for the Costellos there, I mean, look, they don't put points on the board here. This game's practically over. I am interested to see what's going on here. They're running pretty heavy. I mean, Declan's trying to booster up that line. Yeah, it's a good ball there. Dennis Dowd, third catch on the night. Excuse me, Dennis, wow.
Oh what a move.
Dennis Dowd, look, I mean,
Trying to bully ball
don't
his way
say
through.
the guy doesn't have hands. And this is what I mean. The defense entire focus is on LePaire.
Yep.
Other guys are bound to get open. And now look,
And you just got to find him.
you can
That's
realistically
all it comes
work
down
a
to.
whole
You
game
gotta
through
find
LePaire.
him.
Nick LePaire is just that good. You can work a whole game through him, but this is not probably one of those games. You're just down a little too much. You got to incorporate some other people, and
Yep.
they've done a much better job this game than their previous. Dennis has a couple catches. Steven has more than first game. Jason, the tree analytic, even has a few. However, they're going to need a little more
They're
here.
gonna
And I'm
need
going to be honest,
more.
even right here, they're taking a little too much time on this play call here.
Yeah, you got to get going.
Well,
I mean,
it is. This is a huge down. It's third and goal, or third and about 5. You got to convert here, but you got to be wary of time. Man, that's a sack.
Levinson with the sack again. He's got 2 or 3 on the night?
I don't
mean,
even know at this point. I mean, at this point, the ball, you got to get that ball out quicker. I don't know how many people are open there or what's going on, but in a play like this, and now you have to go for this.
Yeah.
You can't punt this ball. It's about, it's not crazy. It's about 4th and 10. However, I do think Baja has their blitz.
Jared Pobb from the chat said, damn, I had a concerning amount of money on the Costellos.
Yeah.
Jared,
Yeah.
we hate to see it for you. I'm
Oh,
so
and
sorry.
you can't comment bad commenting when you're sitting to my left.
Yeah.
That didn't comment nothing.
Okay. All right. Probably the biggest play of the game right here.
4th down.
And it's a
and
blitz.
Short blitz. Brandon Booker. Finn,
And that is
I mean,
the
I was just at a
play
loss of words
by
there.
Brandon Booker.
And Ty.
Frankly, it doesn't matter who gets the
Yeah,
ball.
no,
It's a turnover
it's a
anyway.
turnover
It
on
doesn't even
downs.
matter. But Brandon Booker with the strip sack leading to the turnover on downs. I mean, guys.
He came flying out. Absolutely
Pacey
flying.
Ndika, assistant coach, has taken his jersey off.
He is not happy.
And I'll tell you what, that takes the winds out of the sails a little bit. I mean, 31-10,
Yeah.
there's probably, now it's got to be 8 minutes-ish left. And, I mean, you need a miracle. You get an interception here, you still have chase in this game. But if Baja puts more points up on this board, this game's...
They may call it, I'm not going to lie.
I mean, might as well.
Unless you want to play for point differential
Well,
in the end.
Ali T, what I love about him, this score could be 273-3.
He is gonna wanna be on
wants
that
guys
field.
out there to
Yeah.
get reps.
Yep.
That's what I love about him.
Yep.
He's the candidate.
He is going to want to stay on that field.
Ali
until the
T
lights turn off.
reminds me of Chancellor Palpatine from Star Wars if he never turned bad. If he never turned bad. If he wasn't a Sith, if he was just a true good politician, that is what Ali T reminds me of. Jared Palm probably will like that reference. Maybe not. Are they blitzing here? No. Good call. Don't blitz. Need a turnover here for the Costellos. Jason Combs back in the pocket. Moving
Plenty of
around.
time.
Throwing it up. A little too far for Kyle Strack. Decent coverage there from Joey, the captain Ferrone.
Owen Lynch says Marcelo's in 4. Wow.
You think that's the Baja this year? I could see that.
Marcelo's were the Republic.
Stop.
Yeah.
Is that a pun?
Marcelo's is
Oh,
always
no.
No, not a
what was
punt.
that?
Second down. Someone just threw the ball.
Oh, okay.
Someone was being quite silly. Yeah. No, I want to be Han Solo. Or Kid Fisto. Or I want to be Padme. I would be Padme.
I'd do it.
I'll take
I want to be Jabba the Hutt.
The Dekas are the Huts.
Nah, that makes sense.
The Deacons are the Huts.
Can't
So
take
which
it from
one's
them.
Java?
That's tough.
We know who it is.
Yeah, that's tough. Yep, false
Flag.
start. And that's Ty Long, ladies and gentlemen. That's a heads-up ref flag pull by Ty James Long. Well done, Ty. Basim Dika is talking with Shane Green off to the side. I wonder what the conversation is there. I mean, it's 31-10. How much can he truly be arguing? I will say this again. The one positive you bring out this game, you got a guy like Basim Dika, Frontier Medical Transportation on your side.
If anything bad goes wrong, you got someone there.
Exactly what I mean.
He's already here.
Exactly what I mean. So it remains
31 to 10 here.
second down, I believe.
I would have to
Really?
assume probably about maybe 5 minutes, maybe left.
Yeah, it's
I'm
got
not
to
too
be.
sure.
It's got to be right around there.
Aiden!
Tied. Yeah, they're not hearing us. 7 minutes. 7 minutes
There
left.
we go. He knew.
All right,
what
I'll
we were
be
gonna
honest.
say.
Look, they get a stop here. Quick turnaround, maybe.
Quick throw to Forever.
Yeah. All right. Third down. Comas are not happy on that play. Womp womp. Comas are womp womp.
Tell you what, Field's looking good right now.
It is looking good. We get a whole another week too, JJ. There's some rain coming this weekend, but. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got third down here. Baja leads. They are driving here, and as I keep saying, I mean, any more points on the board from Baja here in this game is basically set in stone.
Yeah. 6.5 minutes to go. Short throw to Mike. Fake.
Wow! The judge! And they got him short. It's
What-
fourth
honestly,
down.
if that was a design play call, what a
wondrous-
play.
I don't know if that's the judge taking it on his own. Frankly, it very well could have been. Or if that's... Honestly, the way I'm looking at it right now, I believe the design play was for Mike to dish it off to Comazar, but I think the judge
that's a great
said,
keep.
Comazar, you're a moron. I'm taking
Yeah.
this myself.
That's a great little fake.
Mike Bologna basically just flipped Comazar the bird and took it himself, and actually it worked.
You know what? Sometimes that pays out.
Sometimes it pays out. Flipping Comazar off is rarely ever a bad move.
Yeah.
Rarely.
You
ever.
know, when we played basketball back in high school, I would have to guard him, and
How often would you flip him off?
Every once in a while.
That's what I'm saying.
Every
And
once in a
you're,
while.
Gavin, you're not a nasty guy. You're no Carter Peterson. You're no bad person. But, now and then you got to get your hands a little dirty.
Yeah.
And this is exactly what I'm talking about.
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that, especially against a guy like Comazar.
Not at all.
Get your hands dirty. Fourth down here, biggest play of the game. Second biggest play of the game. See what's going on?
Finding
Kyle Strack. And they got him short. Turnover on downs.
Turnover
All
on
right,
downs, okay.
Costellos ball. I want to get a time update here. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the unknowingness of what the time is on the field. Normally we have walkie-talkies to
Yep.
communicate to our ref and crew. However,
Well, Finn, why do we not have walkie-talkies?
so the
Tell
reason
me
we
why.
don't have walkie-talkies is because Richard J. Rinaldi, commissioner, president, however you want to call it, founder of the BFL, forgot them at his house.
Wow, he forgot the walkie-talkies.
He forgot them. Yep,
Wow.
he forgot them.
He told me they were dead.
Forgot to charge them, forgot them. I mean, it doesn't really matter when it comes down to it.
Either way, we do not
He's
have
just
them.
forgotten.
We don't have them. They
don't
might as well be broken and gone forever.
Could be.
Forever Williams.
And Richard, if you think about it, Richard is figuratively flipping us the bird.
You know what? He is. Because we need the walkie-talkies. If
So-
we want to relay the time to you guys, we're going to need to know this
Costello's
information.
lining up here. This is almost a guaranteed blitz. They're trying to get Declan a safety here, obviously. Yep,
Here they
that's
come.
a blitz, and there goes Declan, and that's
Finding
a throw
Nick
to
out
Lapeer.
short.
And he's out of bounds. Their clock's going to stop. So not bad there. They get out of safety, danger, range. But if you're the Costellos, you're going to need a whole lot more than that. I'll tell you that. Now look, Gavin.
Tell me.
Deep ball here. You score within a minute or two of this possession. There actually is a legitimate chance you can maybe come back at this game.
I like how you say actually, maybe, legitimately,
There's actually maybe a legitimate chance.
which means
And I want
it's a
you,
stretch,
I
but
want you to
it's
take
possible.
that for exactly how I mean it.
Okay.
there is actually maybe a legitimate chance.
That being said, they would need a quick touchdown, possibly a quick turnover,
Again,
and then
here, with the way
a
I'm
score
seeing this
again?
defense, what I would frankly do, send LePaire in a post, send Steven on a corner route.
pump fake. Declan rolling out.
It's just, yeah, I
Finding
mean,
nothing.
I'll tell you what, it's very tough this game because, I mean, obviously Declan's not having a great game. He's just not having a lot of time on that D-line. Liebenson Perez
No.
is,
And
he's
you know,
like a Terminator.
it seems like
He's
most
like the
of most of
TX100 or whatever it's called.
Most of the time where Declan has had to roll out of the pocket, he has not had the best looks. I won't lie.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'd be interested to see if Declan can step up in the pocket rather than roll out.
Yeah.
Because the way I'm seeing it, Joey Ferrone, Big Country, Ali T. Muhammad, they're giving him these blocks and he's rolling out rather than trying to step up. And you step up, sure, you might not have as much time as you roll out, but you still have the full field in front
Exactly.
of you. You roll out, you're cutting off your field by, cutting it in half.
Right.
Try stepping up in that pocket, extend your throw a little bit. I mean, look at it here. Look at how they're going inside a little
Got
bit.
time. Taking a deep shot.
Yeah. That's Forever Williams. Good coverage there. I mean, not a bad look there. Frontier Medical heading out. Not a bad coach game. Yeah, good night, man.
Basine Dika, the new assistant coach of Costellos, heading out early. Are you surprised by that?
No, I am not. I am happy he came to this game. I'm not surprised he's leaving early. He does get up at around like 5 a.m. every day, so.
What a trooper.
Oh, and Lynch has work at 4, so. All right, third down here for the Costellos. Might even be fourth. Matter of fact, there's a chance it's even fourth.
Yeah, it is fourth down because they had the short pickup with Nick.
Yep, it
then
is
they
fourth.
had,
Yep.
And then 2 drops in a row.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the game right here. I will say
Let's
this
see
is
what
the
they
game
can do. They need
right
about
here.
20 yards for the first down, maybe even more. Looking deep,
Yeah,
and
that figures.
it is picked off. What?
Ali T. Muhammad just
laying out
laid out Brandon
Booker.
Booker. Oh,
and
they go for a hug.
Big Country with the tackle.
All right, and I believe they should be calling it. They got to be calling
Let's
it game.
see.
Shane! Shane! Yeah,
done.
Shane's calling it. All right.
Uh,
Let me see. Wait, hold on. Forever Williams is not happy that they're
Chappelle
calling
taking
it.
off his flags. I mean, a lot of mixed signals here.
They want to play it out so they can get the touchdown. Stat padding.
Not sure exactly what's going on here, ladies and gentlemen. I believe the head ref, Shane Michael Green, wanted to call it. However, it seems like both teams are arguing against it. Obviously, if both teams want to still play, there's no arguing that.
No, you got time. There's still probably a few minutes.
Owen, we'll
Oh,
talk.
dog. See you later.
See you guys.
Ali T.
T
Muhammad is
is just
fired up on
chatting
that
right
line.
now.
He is chatting. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the game is not yet over. Wow, Ali T. Muhammad.
rolling
is-
on the line.
I'm going to be
He
honest.
is
I
ready.
would not want to go anywhere near that man right now. Yep, he's taking
Run
it
the
all with
strack.
Justin Warner.
And that is a touchdown for Baja.
Touchdown, Baja, and again, just another one on the board. That brings it to 38 to 10. Jeez, I mean,
Costello's, back-to-back weeks now.
dare I say, Gavin, I did almost predict something of this magnitude, that they could walk away with this game easy.
You did say that at the start. I will give it to you.
I don't hate the way the Costellos are operating. I think it breaks down from their protection to their quarterback play to the
Yeah.
receivers got to turn and look quicker. The receivers aren't even looking at the
They
ball
got-
until they're 30 yards downfield. By that time, Declan's already rolled out. You got no chance of winning a game like that. Your receivers got to run shorter routes or look quicker on their deeper routes.
And I mean, just by the looks of it, the Costellos have great comp. Like they have good player, they have good players all around, good players on the line, good wide receivers. They're pretty decent on the defensive end. I think they just got to pick up the slack a little bit, pick up the little missing pieces, put it together, and I think they could be a good team. Declan rolling out, finding Nick with the stiff arm.
Good little grab there by LePere. Tackle there by Brandon Booker. Brandon Booker's had himself a very good defensive performance today.
Baja overall with a good
Overall,
defensive
just
performance.
both. I mean, Comazar looked great in the backfield.
Yep.
He still looked like, I believe, he ate 6, maybe 7 donuts before he came in. I'm not saying he looks fat. He's in great shape. He just looked rather sluggish, but he had a great game.
Yep.
Defensively, a great game. Forever Williams, very great game.
Stevenson, 3 or 4 sacks.
Chappelle, arguably the most solid hands in the league. And also, Chappelle, just know this, does not even have flags on right now. So if he catches an interception, that's
That-
dead where it's at.
yeah.
Kyle Strack, hell of a performance all around.
Declan almost losing it there. Almost another pick.
Joey Ferone is not happy in that backfield right now, man. I'll tell you that.
He is
Not
looking to
a
get
great
outta
ball
here.
there from Declan.
And again, I mean, they're all going right to Nick. I mean, they got to look for their
Well,
other
that was for Ali.
receivers.
That was for Ali.
Oh, excuse me.
That was for Ali, but that ball's got to be a little bit higher. I mean, he left that floating.
All right. That's it.
Aiden! Aiden! Aiden!
Aiden!
I was talking to Aiden Virgo. I was just showing him my muscles. Costello's lining up here. Let's see what they drop. I believe it's 3rd down, 3rd and short. Honestly, it couldn't even be 4th down.
Nick with the grab across the middle.
God, I mean, Nick LePere is he's a hard-nosed player. He's going home.
He is having, I
He
mean,
is
for the
going
Costellos,
home.
he is having a good game.
I'll tell you one thing. Jen LePere is not going to be happy for him when he gets home looking this disgusting.
Yeah, he has got mud
Legs,
and dirt
face,
everywhere.
arms, probably his teeth, just dirtied up. Hard-nosed player, man.
That's the type of player he is.
That's
like
the type
you said,
of player
that
you
is
need.
the type of player he is.
I'm going to be honest. If Costellos has to stay together, they need Nick LePere to be the heart of this team. Ali T's the brains, Nick LePere is the heart, and Declan is like the big toe or
And
something.
like that, and like I said, you put all those pieces together, and you got a great,
you got a
great
body.
squad.
Frankly, you got a body.
Yeah. Finding Stephen McDowell,
He's still
dodging
up.
the tackle, trying to barrel through Jason
Here goes
Comazar.
Steven. All right, and you know what? I want to point something out. Not a lot of people saw this. Brandon Booker, it doesn't matter if the play is 75 yards downfield. It doesn't even matter if the guy who catches the ball runs from the line of scrimmage all the way to Ron's ice cream. Brandon Booker will be tracking him down.
100%. And he just puts in the effort for every play.
He does.
He gives it his all.
He sure does.
And that's what we love to see here.
That's a good grab there from Stephen McDowell. Again, I'm excited to see him get some more reps. We haven't seen much out of Stephen for the past 3 seasons, but his offensive player of the year season was unheard of. I mean, he did so good. I'm excited to just see
And Booker
Sacked
with the
by
sack,
Brandon
but flags
Booker.
fly out.
I don't know if that was a legitimate flag.
Shane, I'm pretty sure
Oh,
Shane,
Shane
threw
did
one,
throw a
and,
flag.
and Aiden.
I don't know what the flag is. If we had
Holding.
walkie-talkies, we would know. So thank you, Richard J. Rinaldi.
Shout out Rich. What's the call? No. Oh, all right. Okay.
Kyle Strack is helping us out. All of the refs just turned and looked at us like we had 5 heads. Brandon Booker with the sack there. Costello's had a good little drive going. They just got sacked, pushed back a few yards. But look, they're still in scoring range. And frankly, at this point, put some points on the board
Ryan
for the
McKeon.
sake of your team.
Here.
Ryan McKeon, ladies and gentlemen, not a lot of people saw him probably. If you see him bottom left of your screen, he got a buzz cut. He got a buzz cut. Nick LePere
with the
running
run.
right.
And
Great grab.
Great grab from
Again,
Strack.
as what we've talked about, Kyle Strack is playing a hell of a defensive
Yes.
game.
And this Baja team is honestly looking like a defensive threat. They might be a defensive
Yeah,
threat in this
they're
league for
just-
not only the Costellos, but for any team that comes their
They
way.
have so much speed on their team. It's very hard to attack them. I mean, also, not even just that. Look at their D-line. Brandon Booker, Liebenson, Perez. This is
Declan rolling left,
yeah, no doubt.
finding nothing, and
Jesus,
Liebenson
Lord in
with
heaven.
yet another sack. And
I don't know. Is that 4th down? Yeah, well, he's walking off
Declan is
like
walking
it is.
off the
And
field,
that
and I
is
think that's game.
that's game, ladies and gentlemen. So at the end of it all, we have a win, 38-10. Baja moves up to 1-1, while Costellos drop to 0-2. Ladies and gentlemen, I won't come out and say this was one of the greatest games I've seen. However, I'll tell you what, it wasn't one of the worst. We saw promise out of Costellos, and Baja showed their full form. They showed that they are definitely a powerhouse team in this league. And I'll tell you what, look, Costellos, they don't have Tyler Haight. They don't have Tom Flynn. They certainly did not play as well as they wanted to, but they still showed some promise.
Yep.
And you know what? They're just going to have to build back from here. And at the end of the day, you can go 0-6 and win the championship in this league.
That is true because
Regular
all
season-
teams make the playoffs.
Regular
folks.
season matters for team bonding, for team morale, for getting a little bit of ump before the playoffs, and for stats. Besides that, playoffs is all that matters.
Yep. And just closing thoughts here. Moving forward for both Baja and Costellos, what are you looking to see from both team for both sides of the ball?
Costellos, I mean, they definitely have an issue turning the ball over 2 games in. I think this is Declan's 4th interception. He's thrown 4 interceptions on the year. I am definitely more interested to see, again, they got to spread the ball out a little more, and their runs are fine, but I think they got to even incorporate the run a little more. They have more strength. They don't have as much speed as other guys in the league, but they have some of the most strength out of any team in this league.
They do.
I would like to see them incorporate the runs, the screens a little more, spread the ball a little more. In terms of Baja, as we talked about, keep a very, very balanced offense. Run,
Yep.
short pass, medium pass, long.
We saw it here tonight. We saw
did.
all of the weapons that they had, and they did. I think Jason did a good job of distributing the ball well between all the receivers and the run, and that's all you can really ask from Baja. And what to see from moving
Hold on,
forward.
let's close this out. Yeah, I completely agree. Comazar, you know, he gets stuck in his ways of deep shots a little bit too much sometimes, but Comazar played a hell of a ball game tonight. And you know what? Look, as you see, Ali T's walking off laughing. Both sides are in good spirits. And
that's what it is here at the BFL.
Exactly.
It's always good spirits.
all right, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching. We are the Beacon Flag Football League, and we will be back Tuesday of next week to see the Costellos take on Beacon Bikes at 7:30 p.m. Be there, and as Nick Kilmer says, be there or suck it. Not my saying his. Have a good
Wow.
night.
All right. See you later, everybody. Thank you for watching.